let's begin our meeting today. So our finance company have slightly changed from 2022 compared to 2023. First of all, I want to congratulate to our team because we successfully made improvement from 2002 to 2023. But right now, we still need to discuss our liquidity ratio for make more improvement next year. So for our current ratio, 2022 we got 2.68 times and 2023 is 2.95. Our 2022 current ratio suggests better short-term liquidity. And for quick ratio, 2022 is 1.59 times and 2023 2.05 times. A higher quick ratio in 2023 suggests strong liquidity from highly liquid assets. So for cash ratio, 2022 0.55 times and 2023 1.21 times. A ratio below 1 in 2022 indicate our company may not have enough cash to cover liabilities instantly. And last is working capital. 2022 we got 1396377 ringgit Malaysia and 2023 we got 1658540 ringgit Malaysia. And positive working capital both year indicate our company ability to fund its operations and short-term obligations. An increase in 2023 suggests better operational liquidity and growth potential. So next is Najwa, our cash manager. Can you tell me what you can analyze the company cash flow statement to identify your cash surplus or deficit?
Okay, so to analyze the cash flow statement of Fraser and Neef for 2022 and 2023 and identify an area of cash surplus or deficit, I will review the financial data from our cash flow statement for these 2 years. So the for operating activity, which is cash generated or used in the core operation of the business, it will be cash surplus when activity is positive. It indicates the company is generation cash from the core business operation. So the positive cash flow here is a sign of a healthy business model. So the for cash deficit, if the cash flow from operating activity is negative, it suggests the company to struggling to generate our cash from operation, which could lead to our liquidity issues. So we need to focus to comparing our operating cash flow, check whether the operating cash flow has been growing or shrinking year over year. A steady increase in operating cash flow indicates that the company is efficiently managing its core operation.
That's all for me.
So next is our Najah, our account receivable manager. Tell me how you discuss the efficiency of current credit policies and potential impact of improving collections.
Thank you. As the account receivable manager, this output trend demonstrates the effectiveness of current credit policies in managing receivable and liquidity. However, the increase in liquidity ratio might also suggest that receivable collection could be further optimized, as liquidity tied up in accounts receivable may hinder the company's ability to invest in other growth areas. By enhancing collection efforts such as reducing the credit period or implementing stricter follow-ups on overdue accounts, we can decrease the average collection period and improving cash inflow. This approach would complement the current positive trajectory while minimizing the risk of overextending credit to customers. I recommend a review of our customer credit terms and implementing targeted collection strategies to maintain a balance between supporting sales growth and sustaining financial efficiency. I think that's all from me.
Okay, good. Amina, our investor relation officer. Last but not least, what you prepare communication strategy to explain liquidity challenge to our stakeholders.
While these improvements are encouraging, we recognize that liquidity management is an ongoing process and there are areas we continue to monitor closely. Here I found we have to focus on cash flow optimizations. We have to implement stronger cash management practice to improve collection cycle and ensure sufficient liquidity at all times. And for the diversified funding, we have this diversify our funding sources to ensure access to capital under various market conditions.
So Najah, for our conclusions.
I think the best strategy for the company is optimizing cash flow management by improving collection practices and delaying non-essential expenditure. The company can increase its cash reserve while avoiding the cost and risk associated with short-term borrowing. This approach balances long-term stability with immediate liquidity needs.
So next we'll say about current leverage ratio. So 2022 for debt to equity ratio, we got 0.40 times, and 2023 0.53 times. And debt to asset ratio, we got in 2022 we got 0.29% and 2020 0.34%. And then for interest cover ratio, we got 77.19, and 2023 we got 18.02. So for our financial reassessment, I think the increased debt to equity and debt to asset ratio coupled with the decline in interest coverage ratio suggest the company is becoming more financially leveraged and exposed to potential liquidity issues. So Ikma, our risk manager, I want to hear out how you evaluate the risk of increasing leverage, including potential impact on financial stability and future borrowing capacity.
So in increasing leverage ratio, highlight growing financial risk, potentially straining cash flow, limiting borrowing capacity, and increasing vulnerability to economic downturns or interest rates hike. To mitigate this risk, the company should manage debt levels, monitor leverage metrics, and diversify financing sources to ensure financial stability and flexibility. So that's all from me.
So next is Amina, our finance analysis. Tell me about your research industry benchmark for leverage ratio and present them for comparisons.
As a finance analyst, I review FNN Holdings Berhad leverage ratio for 2022 and 2023 and comparing them with industry benchmark. First, debt to equity ratio for industry average is 1.035 times and our DER rise from 0.40 to 0.53, staying below the average, indicating conservative debt use. For debt to asset ratio, while specific industry average for DER are not widely reported, general trends suggest a balanced debt approach and our DER increased slightly from 0.29% to 0.34%, showing minimal reliance on debt due to a strong asset base. Last, in the interest coverage ratio, for industry average is 27.66 times and our ICR decreased from 77.19 to 18.02, indicating reduced earning for compared to interest obligations. However, the decline in our ICR needs to be addressed to ensure we met our interest obligation comfortably. That's all.
Okay, next is our operation manager Wawa. Can you discuss how additional debt could affect operation flexibility and long-term growth?
Okay, so the taking an additional debt can have both positive and negative effect for our company. For the long-term growth, depending on how the debt is managed and utilized. So here my analysis is for the positive impact. The access to the capital for expansion, additional debt can provide FNN with the necessary funds to invest in strategic initiative such as expanding productivity capacity, entering new market, or acquiring complementary business. So for the negative impact, pressure on operating cash flow. So the significant debt servicing requirement may strain operating cash flow, will limiting our FNN ability to advance in its cooperation or adapt to changing in our new market. So to conclude, while additional debt can support FNN growth initiative and operational scalability, our careful management is essential to avoid undermining financial stability and operational flexibility. So that's all from me.
So Ma, what is your strategy?
The best strategy is approach for the company is debt to equity to reduce leverage and improve financial stability. This option helps decrease financial risk by lowering the debt equity ratio and debt ratio while supporting future growth without straining the company's ability to meet interest obligation. So that's all from me.
Okay. So next, I will present our company current efficiency ratio. The company efficiency ratio shows mixed performance. The asset turnover ratio declined slightly from 1.0067 2022 to 0.9784 2023, indicating a marginal decrease in the ability to generate revenue from assets. The inventory turnover ratio improved from 4.2227 to 4.2828. reflecting better inventory management. Additionally, the receivable turnover ratio increased significantly from 5.1589 to 7.0120, highlighting stronger efficiency in collecting receivable and improving cash flow. While inventory and receivable management are strong, efforts should focus to maximize revenue generations. So next is Najia, our supply chain manager. Please analyze inventory management practice and suggest improvement to reduce holding costs.
Thank you. Based on the analysis of the inventory turnover ratio (ITO) for 2022 and 2023, there is a slight improvement from 4.22 to 4.28 times. While this indicates some progress in inventory management, the turnover rate could still be improved further to reduce holding costs. I recommend the following step to optimize inventory management, which is optimize stock level. That we should conduct a more detailed demand analysis to avoid overstocking, especially for slow-moving items. These measures are expected to significantly improve the ITO, thereby lowering holding costs while maintaining operational efficiency in the supply chain. That's all for me.
So, Hikmah, our sales manager, tell me how you evaluate sales strategy and identify areas where efficiency can be enhanced to improve revenue.
So there's a two strategy in operational capacity upgrades. That is, new manufacturing line will improve production efficiency, like strengthening the halal food pillar, and integrating dairy farming can enhance supply chain resilience, and investing in digital marketing and sales channels could optimize customer engagement and streamline operations. This strategy may further our company boost revenue and profitability. So yeah, that's all.
So next is Najwa, our HR manager. Can we discuss the impact of workforce productivity on efficiency ratio and purpose training or development initiative?
Okay, so for the workforce productivity, it directly affects several key efficiency ratio, which measure how effectively a company uses its resources to generate our income. So the workforce productivity is a critical driver of efficiency ratio. Target training and development initiative can empower employees to work smarter, not just harder, improving operational efficiency and driving better financial performance. Regularly monitoring efficiency ratio alongside productivity metrics can help measure the impact of this initiative and refine them for greater effectiveness. So let me conclude this. I will give you guys a strategy. So the best approach for the company is scaling operations with strong inventory and receivable management. The company is in a good position to grow by expanding its product range or market reach. This strategy capitalizes on current operational efficiency while addressing the slight decline in asset turnover.
So thank you. Next is profitability ratio. First, our gross profit margin 2022 we got 26.27% and 2023 we got 28.169%. So the gross profit margin increased from 26.27% in 2022. So this indicates the company is becoming more efficient and generating profit from its core operations. So next our net profit margin 2022 we got 8.55% and 2023 we got 10.84%. So then this indicates the company is becoming more effective at converting sales into actual profit after expenses. So next the return on assets 2022 9.12% and 2023 is 1060%. So this suggests that our company is using its asset more efficiently to generate profits. So last but not least, return on equity 2022 12.82% and 2023 16.21%. This shows that the company is generating more profit for every dollar of equity invested by shareholders. So overall analysis, our company has demonstrated consistent improvement across all key financial metrics from 2022 to 2023. So next is Najah, our marketing manager. Can you analyze current marketing strategy and their impact on revenue and profitability?
Thank you. So, based on the profitability ratio for 2022 and 2023, there is an improvement in the gross profit margin and the net profit margin. These improvements suggest that revenue growth has been supported by effective cost control and strategic marketing efforts. However, further strategies can be implemented to enhance profitability. I suggest that our company should optimizing pricing strategies, conduct a throughout competitive analysis to refine pricing models, ensuring they strike a balance between attracting customers and maximizing profit margins. This can include dynamic pricing models to respond to market trends and customer demand. By implementing these strategies, we can further capitalize on current momentum and achieve sustained growth in revenue and profitability.
Okay, next is Amina, our operation manager. How you assess cost structure and identify area where operation efficiently could improve profit margins.
As an operation manager, it's important to use profitability ratio to evaluate financial performance and pinpoint areas for operational efficiency. To improve our gross profit margin, we need to control costs and adjust our pricing strategy. We should resist supplier contract and consider alternative supplier to get better prices for raw material. Next is our net profit margin is rising. It shows we are making more money, likely from lower operating expenses or increased revenue. We need to review our operating expenses to cut unneeded costs and optimize our budget. For return on asset, an increase means we are using our asset better to generate profit. We should invest in high-performing areas or technology for a better return on investment. Lastly, a significant rise in return on equity shows we are creating good value for our shareholders. We should think about expanding production capacity if demand is higher than supply, aligning with our strategic goals. That's all.
Okay, thank you. So next is Hikmah, our finance analysis. Give me your research industry standard for profitability ratio and compare them with the company performance.
So the company's 2023 profitability ratio demonstrates a strong performance, surpassing industry average, with a gross profit margin of 28.69%, net profit margin 10.83%, ROA of 10.60%, and ROE of 16.21%. The result reflects effective cost management and asset utilizations. However, the gross profit margin, while solid, remains below the 40.3% industry average, suggesting opportunities to improve production costs or pricing strategies. So that's all from me.
So to conclude,
with solid profitability, FNN can leverage its financial strengths to expand into untapped or growing market. This diversification reduces dependency on current market and open new revenue stream.
okay, thank you. That's all for our meeting today. So I will end the meeting. Thank you all.